And hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I almost forgot I'd recorded the morning section today. You think, Steven? I'm obsessed with cooking, so I'm picky about what I keep around to cook with. Recently did a kitchen upgrade, wondering if this is something you could use. You love as much as I did your foodie friend Gala. Yeah, I checked the turnip price this morning. I already know the price right now. Bad. It's a kettle. I think I already got one of those, but I can throw it in my kitchen. Crazy Red's in town though, so we'll be dealing with Red. I mean, we got that going for us. I want to make note of something that I am so glad I no longer do this in Phantasy Star Online 2. So, yeah, we already had one of those, but now there's one on the floor. I could put it on top of the TV probably, but it's fine. So, in Phantasy Star Online 2, and Phantasy Star Online, you have a mag, which is a little robotic buddy, floats over your shoulder, helps you out, gives you stat boosts. It's great. Mag's a pretty cool guy. Everyone loves Mag. And you raise your Mag by feeding it stuff. There's 3 attacks, the 3 defenses, and dexterity as things you can raise on your mag. It has a max level of 200. So basically, you want to have your mag focused into what you're doing. If you're a melee fighter, you want melee. Make sense? Hopefully. Now we got Diva. What you up to? Got a groove going now. Starting to rock, girlfriend. What you doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Check it out. I'm making an iron closet. This DIY stuff takes some major elbow grease, so I like to go all in on it. It's worth the effort. Yeah. That actually sounds like the perfect thing to have outside. So, that's pretty cool. But, there's very few things in Phantasy Star Online 2 that when you feed them to your mag, only raise one thing. They'll raise multiple things. So say if you feed it a melee weapon to raise your melee power, it gains melee power and dexterity. Now if you're building a melee power mag, you don't want dexterity at all. So how you get rid of the dexterity? Well, now you gotta find an item to remove dexterity that doesn't also lower melee power. Hey, Steven Powderpuff. I want to chat. This weather is just perfect for a stroll around the island, isn't it? Yeah, it's late night. Late night's always perfect time for a stroll. It's not even late night. Thanks for dropping my gift off with Pinky. I think you react pretty well, I think. I actually forgot to talk to Caroline. It's such a relief to hear that. Thanks to you, I think we may be able to patch things up. Feel bad I didn't talk with her again yesterday. Flurry just ignored her. Flurry's reading Caroline. Gotta give her a bit of a break. But, yeah, how you lower dexterity is, at least on a melee weapon, is Monomate, which is basically the basic healing item. But you need to feed it to your mag, and that basically means, effectively, every time you feed your mag melee weapons, a full set of 3 melee weapons, you need to also, the next time it needs fed, feed it a full set of 3 freaking monomates to lower that dexterity back down. Which really slows how fast you can raise your mag. Because the monomate, while it does raise melee power as well, it's by such an insignificant amount that you may as well not be raising it, kind of thing. Which is why I just go pure dex. Pure dex is easy. You feed it skills. You craft the skills yourself, it gets faster progress. Simple as. You can convert pure dex into anything you need it to be, and it's fine. It just works. I didn't want to do that. I guess I have some flowers to sell. I just wanted to pick up the stick. I wanted to play pick up sticks with a singular stick. It's a pretty fast game when you've only got one stick. Yeah, like, raising mags is so annoying. Because, like, back in the day, you always rose your mag for an attack stat, because there wasn't an easy way to convert dexterity into your attack stats. Zoop. What's up, Steven? Great weather today, huh? What's the latest? I love riding and stuff. Anytime I don't go a walk is a good time. Well, I thought about it. I wonder what the funnest thing to ride. Boats are fun to ride. We sing sea shamblies. Like, boat, look at my boat, man. And then you get to yell stuff like fire the anchor and which side is port. Best boat thing is screaming, look out, there's pirates! I'm not allowed to ride on boats anymore. I can't imagine Captain would ban you from his boat. He feels like the kind of guy who would love that kind of silliness going on, as long as you let him sing while you do it. Like, I don't feel like Captain would really care at all, as long as he gets to sing while you're messing around. Like, seems like that kind of guy. He just wouldn't really mind. So tomorrow is the bug off. I need to remember that. I'm glad I have time to record tomorrow. Like, I have all the time in the world. Which will forever be kind of funny to me saying that, because for you guys, I stream the same day that video goes out. For me, it's Friday when I do that stuff, so yeah. Pretty chill. I got a nice vibe going on with stuff. Though I will admit, like, I have been kind of tempted to... Oh, that hurts my eyes. I've been kind of tempted to see about going back to being awake at night, just because, like, I just feel better at night, but I know the moment I do is the moment I'm gonna need to be awake during the day again. So, just be egg sushi? No egg sushi. Could have some satin pants and some samurai armor. Lacy tank? That's not a bad look, actually. Yeah, let's go with this. Bam! It's been a while since I bought something, so here we go. But like, yeah, making your usual rounds, Steven, or is this a special visit? Not that you ever need a reason to visit your favorite hedgehog shopkeepers. No? No, I don't. Like, my thought is, like, I feel like if I'm, like, because I'm more comfortable at night. I feel like trying to, like, if I was, like, trying to make friends in games and stuff, I'd have an easier time of it at night, because I'm going to be more comfortable. But then I mostly run the risk of basically making friends with people well outside of my own time zone. Though I say all that, I feel like I'm making pretty good progress in making friends with people on the 8-bit Discord. So, that's nice. They're a nice good group of goobers over there. Like, this is a nice chill lot. Shark! He looked so surprised I caught him. I'd be pretty surprised too, to be honest. Like, I can't blame him. There's Gall up there wandering around. But yeah, I don't know. Good evening to you. Don't you love an evening walk, Snorty? Want to chat? Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Aww. I will admit, I was kind of tempted last night to just grab my yoga mat and go sleep on our deck because it was so freaking hot inside, but outside was actually kind of nice. I didn't, because, like, I don't know how I'd get sound. I guess I have to talk with Serrano now. Isn't that a coincidence? You know I was here? No, I didn't. Hey, get a load of Hamlet over there. Having the time of his life. Kiddo, if you ever feel that happy, bottle it. Hey, Hamlet. You made it! Serrano's here too, BLT. Chat with me. Yo, Steven, you like my muscle room? No, this ain't other kind of room. You and Serrano can swing by anytime. I mean... Alright, man. I'm gonna be real. Hamlet's room, outside of having some sporty stuff, he doesn't strike me as a sporty jock type. Yet that's what he is. He strikes me as the same personality as Simon. But I guess he's a sporty jock. Ooh, Muffet's outside her house. That's a bit strange. Black bass. I definitely need to work on making her a yard. I just don't know how I would do it. So, like, if any of you guys have any ideas of how I could do, like, yards the way I'm doing them, but for Muffet, I would appreciate that. Oh, she's singing. I can tell by the way she's bopping. Oh, that's adorable. She's so freaking cute. Yeah. Whoop. Meant to talk, not bonk. Oh, hey, Nightshade. What brings you here? Want to chat? I think I left my jewelry box at my last place, Nightshade. It's not like I used it much, but still. Aww. That is something that, like... I'm not trying to, like, crap on anybody who, like, forgets things when they move. But to me, as, like, the one time I have moved, I basically, within reason, made absolutely sure I had absolutely everything I wanted before I left. I say within reason because my room was an absolute nightmare and I did not have the mental motivation to clean it. If I was moving out of here, there's nothing really to clean. I would basically have everything I knew I wanted, and that would be that. Like, I would take the stuff that I know is mine, that I actually want, and anything else I leave behind, anyone here could just have it. You know, like this bed. It's probably gonna stay here when I move out. Well, okay. There is a singular caveat to that. If I start dating again, and I'm moving out into a furniture-less apartment, and I'm the only one who owns a bed... Oh, well, that's unfortunate. I don't think he's got a book. YouTube didn't have a problem with stuff before, so... we got Mount Fuji down there. That's always real. That doesn't have the doohickey coming out of his chest, so it's fake. Where's girl? I need to take a close look at this one to know if it's fake or not. I want a closer look. That's genuine. Okay. So this is genuine. And has a chance of being fake. I don't know what ones I've already donated. So I might need to come back. But yeah, he does not... The Gallon statue does not have a book. So... I swear... I'm pretty sure it was a different statue from last time. It might have been the same statue. I swear if any of these videos with that statue get, like... age-gated or something, I'm gonna laugh. Is there any way to know? No. I'd have to have been keeping track. Let's go. I'll be back, Red. Don't worry, I'll be back. I will be buying something from you, man. Unless I have both of those paintings already. Which I doubt I do. Let me head to the museum really quick. Do I have all my fossils? No, there's one fossil left. So let's find that final fossil. It'll probably be over here somewhere. Then we'll head over to the museum. Get my fossils identified. Yeah, I'll stop in and say hi with Pinky. Oh, Celeste is here. Mags, man. Hey, my fabulous bestie. Feel like our day is just getting started. So yes. I'm waiting forever for the new Super Gyroid Brothers game. It's SGB3 prelude of SGB4 Part 2. It's finally out. So fab. Asked Diva if she wanted to play, but she said no. I think she just knows I'd beat her at it. That is fair. I mean, people generally don't like playing games when they know they're gonna lose. I still find it rather funny having the ability to tell the anecdotal tale of my experience with Starcraft. Which I will talk with Celeste and then I will go over this. Oh, good evening. Aren't the stars just exquisite tonight? What do you do? I almost forgot. Came across this recipe for an astronomical project in a book and jotted it down. I'd like you to have it. Do let me know if you try building anything, would you? Or try building it, would you? Well, have a splendid rest of your night. I know I shall. Also, we have our message bottle. To whomever this may be, would you believe it? Yeah, would you believe an amazing DIY recipe simply popped into my mind as I was enjoying a cup of tea? I am compelled to share my recipe, so I've stuffed it in this bottle. Do please consider making it. Best wishes, Kashmir. It's coconut juice. I make coconut juice. We got the cancer table. That will always be an unfortunate name for that constellation. I propose we rename it to Crab. Because it is just a crab, so let's just rename it to Crab. Problem solved. It will be the constellation of Crab. So that is a crab table. That'll still cause confusion when, you know... things aren't directly crab when in relation to it, but yeah. My journey with StarCraft started with, and I have it on hand because I was actually showing people on stream a little while back, this game, StarCraft 64. And with that, it has local multiplayer, local split-screen multiplayer on the N64. It's pretty cool. I love that version of the game. So, playing it as a kid, I was generally playing against my two older brothers, who are 6 and 7 years, or 7 and 8 years older than me. Yeah, because I'm younger by 7 years. So yeah, 7 and 8 years older than me, respectively. Or, you guys know what I mean. There's one that's 7 years, one that's 8 years. And they were just simply better at the game than I was. Flash forward till about, I think it's 2010, Yeah, I think it's actually 2010 exactly, when Starcraft 2 Wings of Liberty comes out. We all get it. Now, because I was still such a big fan of Starcraft, I basically had been paying attention to Starcraft Brood War competitive, and then the grassroots of Wings of Liberty competitive once it came out. So for the first, couple weeks, I was still playing like I used to. Which is how we all used to, which was basically turtle up. Which, to explain in more layman's terms, effectively means you build your base inside a bunch of defenses. You build the most defenses you possibly can to keep your base safe from anyone trying to attack you, and then you build the biggest, punchiest units you can and throw them at your opponent. That is how we all used to play. That is not how you play StarCraft. That's not how you play any real-time strategy. Right, I need to check the paintings. I'm dumb. How you play real-time strategies is by going fast, building your army, building your game plan army as fast as possible, and then attacking your opponent before they do the same. That is how you win. And if you both have your army at about the same time, now you've got to micromanage it so that you come out on top. That is the general game plan of a real-time strategy. Okay, I already have that one. So, I need Mount Fuji. I already have Mount Fuji. Looks like I'm not buying anything from Red today. Okay. Sorry, Red. Should have had something I didn't already have. But yeah, that led to, within the first year of the game coming out, neither of my older brothers would play against me in StarCraft 2 at all anymore. One of them, the younger of the two, wanted to play against me in Brood War until I used what I had known, Brood War being the PC version of StarCraft 64, until I used what I had known and learned to beat him there pretty handily as well. And then he didn't want to play that against me anymore either. Flash forward a couple years, and the younger of my two older brothers wanted to play alongside me in StarCraft 2. This was around the time that I was diehard learning how to be a competitive player, was basically on the cusp of Master League at this point. And he's like, alright, so we'll make it a 3v3, us two and a bot against 3 brutal bots. I can 1v3 brutal bots. At least I could. I don't know if I still can, but I could. So, you can probably already guess where that's going. Guess what? Got something here for you, Rambler. Oh, it's a shirt. I thought maybe you could use a sweatshirt? Well, let me see what it looks like. Now I'll tell you if I needed it. You know, not in this heat, but it's not terrible. I mean, I wouldn't call that a sweatshirt. It looks more like a sweater, but... maybe once winter comes, I'll hang on to it. Yeah, by the time he had started, his game plan in StarCraft was generally always, and probably still is, rush to carriers as fast as possible playing Protoss. And in doing so, in part of that, he still turtles. All these years later, he's still turtles. It's just what he does. Nothing overly wrong with that. Playing against bots, it works. You basically, that kind of strategy is one you develop primarily playing against bots. Because, well, the bots are doing things faster than you. Because if you're not a very skilled player, they're just simply faster than you. They're doing things right when they can do them. And, you know, a particularly skilled player will be doing things before they need to do them, thus letting them do them faster. But, like, also, I'm gonna save my turnips for tomorrow, because the price right now is 50 some bells, I think, if it's even that. So, I'm losing money this week anyway. I may as well see if maybe tomorrow has a good price. Maybe. Probably not. I might just let them rot. Get lots of ants. Do like me some ants. But, like, you basically build up your turtley defense so that when the bots attack you, you're fine. Alternatively... Yeah, there we go. I'll just put all my bells away. Alternatively, you just attack the bots before they get a chance to attack you. And then you win. Because you attacked the bots before they had a chance to attack you. Like, you do to the bots what you're turtling to stop the bots from doing to you. You're basically just beating them to the punch. And that's, in general, how you play a real-time strategy game, is you beat your opponents to the punch. If you sit back and let them build up, well, you know, here's just a basic economic thing. And I'm gonna actually use these trees as an example. Actually, no, it's kind of dumb doing it that way. I am gonna set the controller down to explain this. So, let's imagine you and your opponent, actually it still kind of works. You and your opponent both have all these pairs. So it's 5 trees, 3 pairs, 15 pairs. You both have the same resources. You spend 12 of your pairs building defenses. You build turrets, you build, you know, bunkers, you build, you know, walls made of stuff. Your opponent, on the other hand, spends their 12 of their 15 pairs building the army to smash into your wall. And then also expanding so that they can get 15 pairs again twice as quickly. So they're basically planting 5 more pear trees while also building out their army. You see how quickly you're going to get out-resourced and destroyed because you're sitting around building your cute little defensive turrets? And they are cute. Photon cannons are pretty cute. They're just not very effective. Even in the original Brood War, they weren't terribly effective. Whoops. This... Like, they worked against the bots, but that's because the bots are dumb. Like, a lot of the go-to strategies that we would use back in the day to turtle against bots only worked because the bots are dumb. Ketchup fried rice! You're telling me ketchup fried that rice. You know, I don't think I believe you. I don't think ketchup can fry them. Well, no, it's pretty vinegary. Vinegar is acidic, and acid can be used to fry... No, I do actually believe it. I just talked myself into believing it. Ketchup fried that rice. But, yeah. It's very much one of those things where it's like... When you know how to play a real-time strategy game... They become, in my opinion, a lot more fun, but also it makes you a lot less fun to play against by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Like, and even play alongside, because, like, I do understand it. Like, me absolutely dominating the AI the way I did... Well, I mean, my older brother literally said, like, he wasn't needed. He wasn't. Like, while he was off rescuing our little bot buddy, because our bot buddy was just on normal, and, you know... Whoops, I got fishing with my eyes there. And he was trying to keep our little bot buddy alive. I was just destroying 2 of the 3 enemy bot bases. I left the 3rd one for him to take down. I had it completely bottled up and could have finished it at any point. But I left for the third one for him to take down so that, you know, he didn't feel like he was completely wasting his time. You know, and that was me playing a race I'm not familiar with, really. I was playing Terrans, and that was just Marine Marauder Medvac. That was back when that was the go-to Terran strategy, and I didn't even know how to get to it optimally. And I still just dominated that match, because the bots aren't a threat when you know what you're doing. And he turtled so much and spent so many of his resources building defenses and trying to help the friendly little bot that he barely had anything to contribute come the point he was like, alright, let's just finish this. And like, you know, I get it. That's not fun to play alongside. That is the point where I could play a bit, you know, a bit mean and say it was never terribly fun for me as a kid to be curb stomped all the time. But, you know, the moment I got good enough at games to curb stomp back is the moment they both decided, nah, we don't want to play games with you as much anymore. So, you know. They play games against each other because they're both pretty evenly matched against each other. But with me, no. I kind of spent time getting good at games, and as you might be able to guess by me having spent a good amount of time recently talking about how I want to get better at fighting games and platformers, because I'm bad at fighting games and platformers. I just do that with genres of games, where I'll be like, alright, so I'm feeling like I want to get better at X genre. So I'll just do it. You know. I had a thing for catching fish. I had a thing for catching specifically a butterfly fish. Alright. Kinda wish that was a ×5, but, you know. Actually, what I'm gonna do to finish off today, I'm going to take this stuff, sell it, and then I'm gonna make the iron wardrobe. So that I can have that outside somewhere. Because, like, could really do with having somewhere outside I can change my clothes. Because always changing them inside, yeah, that causes problems. I'm actually gonna see if I can just make the iron wardrobe first, because I'm kind of closer to that. If I had just pole vaulted over the water, I'd be closer to the nooklings, but the nookylings. What am I even? That's slang for something, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, I can just make it. Just 12 iron nuggets. Cool. Alright. Now, where am I gonna put this? Kinda want it somewhere near, like, near the plaza. Could put it up here. This feels like a pretty good spot for it. Just like push it up next to this tree. Yeah. Nah, I'm good. Bam. Place to get changed. Right by town hall. So anytime labels in town, I'm just good. I won't need to go home and then risk having animals show up and be like, hey, wanna hang out? It's like, I'm kind of in the middle of changing. It's like, wanna hang out? It's like, not really, but come on, hang out. It's like, alright. Fine. Okay, I'm gonna sell the ketchup fried rice, because as much as I believe it, it is weird that ketchup fried that rice. But yeah, the turnips right now are 49. So they're just shy of 50. It's Not great. Rhonda's interested in chess. Can't say I am. I used to be. There's too many dumb rules around chess. Like, okay, I'm gonna sit down here to end the episode, but I'm also gonna explain this. So, in chess, if you put your opponent into a position where they are not in check, but they have no viable moves that they can make that would not put them into checkmate or check, because, you know, you're not allowed to move your king to put it in a check or checkmate, that is considered a draw. Sounds like checkmate to me. If your opponent cannot move their king without still being in check, that sounds like checkmate. They may not be officially in check, but they are in a position where they quite literally cannot move. They are in checkmate as far as I am cared. Like, I can't help but feel that sort of rule only exists because somebody got salty at some point that they lost because they without being in check, and they're like, no, that was a draw. You didn't win because you didn't actually have me in check. Like, actually, I was never in check, so you don't win. It's like, no, you lost. Come on, suck it up. You lost. You can't move your king, you lose. Like, I hate that rule so much. That's honestly what made me lose almost all interest in chess. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Tomorrow is the big bug off. I also really need to get around to going to Harvey's Island. Jesus. Tomorrow. I'm going to make myself a note, and I'm going to do it tomorrow. So, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then. And now in this end card, I would like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It'd help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch.